Hi guys, my name's Nadine, welcome to my channel. Today I have a review for you. I would like to talk to you about a book that I finished a week or so ago called The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. So this was plugged as a sort of Holmes and Watson style murder mystery in a fantasy setting. So I was totally there for that. I love a bit of Holmes. As you know, I love mysteries. I particularly cosy mysteries, but I love mystery books. And I really love fantasy too, so this was tick, 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 tick all the way. So this book begins with the death of a high official when a tree mysteriously erupts out of his body. I mean, honestly, that was all I knew about it before I got this book, and I was so excited. So called in to investigate is Anna Delobras, I think her name was, and her new assistant Din. Now Anna is very much the intellect in this. She is very eccentric. She insists on being blindfolded at all times because otherwise her senses become overwhelmed, and she refuses to leave her home. So most of the legwork is done by Din, and that is who you are very much following throughout this story. And Din is an engraver, which means he has been magically altered to have a perfect memory. So he can go into a murder scene and look around and remember every single last detail of where everything was placed, you know, absolutely everything, and be able to relay that information back to Anna. He is also often sent to interview people, and again he can go back and relay every aspect of the interview, not just what was said, but you know, mannerisms, tone, inflection, all of it. And then, you know, Anna just chucks it away in that brain of hers, and you know, she's like I said, she's very much the brains behind the operation. So I found that the mystery was really intriguing, so I've made some notes here, and I did look forward to picking the book up every day to find out what was going to happen next. The fantasy setting was very much in the background to the mystery, which was great actually. You do get enough to like have a well imagined, well realized world, and you can totally, well, I could totally understand how this society had developed the way that it had when it's faced with, you know, almost constant natural disasters in the form of like regular Leviathan attacks. But again, the Leviathan attacks and all of that was occurring throughout the story, but it was sort of in the background. So I think that this book would be very good for somebody who is perhaps intrigued by trying some fantasy, that would like to potentially get into fantasy but has maybe felt a little bit overwhelmed at the options out there. And you know, a lot of fantasy can be very complicated. You know, the world building can be really, really complicated in fantasy, as well as the plots. There's often so much going on in fantasy novels and in fantasy series that for somebody going in, it can, I think, feel quite overwhelming. And I think the Holmes and Watson style pairing of Anna and Din, I've got to be honest, at the start of the book I wasn't totally enamoured with those as characters and with them as a pair working together. But as the story wore on, I found myself liking them more, and the sort of interplay between them I found really enjoyable. There is a lot of sort of dry humour, and that really appealed to me. And I would love to see, if this was to become a series, I would love to see more of the world, which I'm sure we would do. And I'd be really intrigued to see how the characters develop and sort of their relationship with each other. So yeah, overall, I very, very much enjoyed The Tainted Cup. I would recommend it to anybody who's into mystery, anybody who's into fantasy, or anybody who's wanting to give either of those a try. Particularly if you're already into one genre, give it a whirl. I would give this sort of a 4 out of 5. I think there was just a little bit lacking with the characters to start with, but yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Let me know if you've read this book or if you intend on reading it. I would love to hear, and I will catch you next time. Bye!